Hey everybody, Ron Bielefeld, Whistling Wings Photography. Got another video for you. In this video, I'm going to talk about camera bags. Camera backpacks. I like backpacks. Some people like roller bags. I like backpacks because they keep my hands free, especially when I'm navigating through airports and things like that if I'm traveling. I'm not going to review the bags I'm going to talk about today, though. The bag I have here is made by f-stop. I love f-stop bags. This is my principal travel bag. This is the Tilopa, made by f-stop. But I'm not going to review this bag. It's a great bag. I love it. I also have a Shinn. That is my bag that I use just about every day when I do my day tours for bird photography. I'm a bird photographer, principally. If you want to know about f-stop's bags, all their other accessories and things that they sell, you can go to their website and you can find out all the information you like, purchase bags there. Today, what I'm going to talk about is actually packing my two bags, the Tilopa first for traveling, and then my Shinn for when I do my day tours. Now, when I was going to Alaska and coming home and getting on the airplanes and things like that, you'll find, and maybe some of you have found this, that if you wear a backpack, they're more than likely not going to ask you much. Ask you to weigh it, ask you to stick it in the sizer thing. If you're carrying a roller bag, though, a little bit different. My travel companion that was with me on my Alaska trip actually got stopped once because his roller bag wasn't going to fit in the overhead compartment. They didn't say anything about my backpack, which was just about as big as, if not as big as, his roller bag. So that's something to consider. I'm a bird photographer, like I said, so I shoot big lenses, like 600 f4, 100 to 500s, things like that. Two bodies, two professional bodies, a 16 to 35, I take that as well. Anyway, believe it or not, it all fits in my Tilopa, on my back, and easily into overhead compartments. It also has an interior space in here for your camera equipment that actually can just slide right out. So if you ever do have a problem, anyway, we'll get into all of that. If you're interested in learning about all of that, stay tuned. Okay, let's load up my Tilopa for traveling. That's what I use it for. For those of you who aren't familiar with f-stop bags, they're a little different. Parts that I like is you actually load them from the back, not the front. So we open up the back, and this is everything that's going to go in the main compartment. All right, so now you can see how I have this set up on the inside. Obviously, this compartment is for my 600 f4. I'm going to slide that in there, like so. Make sure it's up against the front. Turn it to the side a little bit. My 100 to 500. Turn it around. That goes in like so. Push it all the way to the front. Two camera bodies. My R3 goes in like so. And my R5, and it even has a cage on it, goes in like so. Now, if you want more room, here's what we can do. Take the R5 out. take the 100 to 500 out. I have the lens hood. I can never find the little button on this thing. I have the lens hood. Where's the button? There it is. Put it on that way. Give us a little more room in there for the other camera. If we want some more room, that goes in like so. Now, teleconverters. One here. One here. 16 to 35. Right there. So there you go. Plenty of room in there. Don't like that? Put the 16 to 35 there. Teleconverter there. Different ways you can do it, but you get the idea. On the back flap, here, you've got room for more stuff, cards and things like that. But given how full I've got the main compartment packed, not going to want to put a bunch of bulky stuff here, or you're not going to be able to get this closed. But that's okay. Close this up. Because there's still plenty of room here in the top for things. Also, in here, there's still room. You can put some more stuff in here. You can still put more stuff in the side pockets here and here. Now you say, what about things like, I don't travel with a tripod. I travel with a monopod because I use my speed shooter harness with my monopod, so I don't use a tripod unless I absolutely have to. So this and a tripod, a small travel tripod, would go in my checked bags, actually. I could easily put them here. There's some straps that you have that come with the pack that you can put and strap your monopod or tripod to the side of the bag. But again, we're packing this for traveling on an aircraft more than likely, so we want to keep things rather compact. So I like to take things like this and put them in my checked baggage. Binoculars, toolkit, things like that, no problem. Stick them in here. Close it up. I have no problem getting everything I travel with in my Tilopa. And onto your back it goes. It's got a great support system inside. And it's got great aeration on the back panel here for your back. So when you're trucking through the airports trying to catch your connection, which always seems to be the case nowadays, you've got your hands free and you can run like the wind if you need to. But anyway, that's packing up my Tilopa for traveling. Next, I want to go over packing up my Shinn for my day tours, which I do a lot of. And so it's a completely different scenario and setup. And so we'll be right back as I reorganize some things and we'll go over that. So stay tuned. Okay, here we go. Packing my Shinn for my day tours, which I do a lot of. And I do a lot of them off of my pontoon boat. And so it's a little different philosophy. I want things ready to go. They don't have to go on a plane, so I can use the bigger bag, stuff like that. So here's the really neat thing that I love about the Shinn is it's top loadable. So you open up the top, and I've got two compartments in here, one set up for the 100 to 500 on my R5, and one set up for my 600 F4 on my R3. And so we can go ahead and, well, let's start with the big boy first. Take the 600 F4 and the R3 and just slide it right down in there. And this is what I love so much, is that once it's in, I mean, this is the access, just like this. You just pull it out when I get out there and it's all set up and ready to go. Don't have to put the lens on. R5 with the 100 to 500 goes right next to it, just like that. And so now I've got both my camera and lens combinations that I use the most on my day tours ready to go. So lots of other stuff here, but the big part is already in there. We can close this up. In the top, there's still a big, huge top area up here. Unzip. In here, I have my little mini drone that I take with me. Close that zipper. That can go right in there. So I always have my drone with me just in case. Boom. Now, storage for other things. Side pockets. Right here. Let's stick a little tool kit. Never know when you're going to need that to put on a plate or something like that. That can slide right in there. Binoculars. Put those on the other side. I like to have those in a more secure type compartment. Got it. Monopod. Monopod I use for my speed shooter harness, like I said earlier. I can move this over a little bit more now. This can go here. What I like to do is open up this bottom pocket here so that the foot of the monopod goes in there. It's not going to slide down. My strap that goes to my harness can get tucked in there. And then we can just go ahead and put the strap around it. Go ahead and loosen it up a little bit if we can. Put it around. Tighten it up. That's where that goes. Flashlight, things like that. Well, first of all, let's take care of extra cards. Let's go into the front pouch here. Lots of storage. Up. My captain's license, already in there. Go ahead and throw my extra cards in there. Boom. Rainfly for my camera and lens up here. We've got controller for my trolling motor and for my power poles on my boat. Still got to take care of those. Let's go ahead and close this up. Those I want right away when I get out there, so I'll put those in these mesh pockets on the outside. They don't have to stay in there for very long in between trips. All right, now we've got a 16 to 35 and two teleconverters, my 1.4 and my 2 times. Where do those go? Okay, so let's flip the bag over. Just like on the Tilopa, the Shinn's got an access to the inside on the back. I've got a compartment here set up to where I can put my 16 to 35 and my teleconverters. And there you have it. Everything but my flashlight, but I'll generally just be carrying that with me because we head out most of the times on my swallowtail kite tours, which are coming up, when it's still dark. So I'll just have that in my hand. I'm sure I could find room in here somewhere for it, no problem. But that's how I pack my Shinn for day tours. And again, when I get out there, all I have to do is flip this open and my cameras are right there ready to go with the lenses already attached. So that's really, what I love about this system is that I don't have to fuddle around with attaching lenses and stuff when I get out in the field. Okay, so that's about it for this video, but I want to show one more thing that I mentioned in the introduction. I'm going to do that using my Tilopa. Since this is all loaded up now, we'll move this over. I mentioned that if you're traveling and you get stopped, quote unquote, by the police there, the gate attendants, and saying, oh, guess what, your bag's too big, you're gonna have to check that. Well, no one wants to check their bag carrying $30,000 worth of camera equipment. It's not gonna do that. If you get stuck there and they're not gonna let you take your bag on, there's an easy way to deal with that with these f-stop bags. And that's by getting inside here, and you can actually take the insert of the bag out. Now, I didn't really prepare for this as I should have, because there's some straps in here that hold these things, the insert in there. And let me see if I can get these off right away. Yeah, it's like most of the stuff on these bags, it's easy to get at. So what you can do is you can pull the insert that holds your actual really expensive stuff, your lenses and camera bodies, right out of the bag. And this will easily go underneath the seat in front of you on most planes. And then this, if they need to, they can, if they want to, go ahead, check it, right? Or now it'll fit in the overhead compartment, no problem. So if you're not carrying another bag that has to go underneath the seat in front of you, like a laptop bag or something like that, which I normally do, you can still work it somehow, some way, to be able to get on the plane without having to check your expensive camera gear. So this is really a cool setup that f-stop does, and I really like the way they do it. And it's a real easy system to work with. So there you go. That's how I load my Tilopa for traveling and my Shinn for my day tours. And when I'm on the boat, this Shinn just stays upright against the side of the boat behind me where I sit at the helm, so I can easily grab my cameras when I need them, because, yep, I do shoot during my tours when I can, and that's what makes it so easy to do. So, until next time, stay safe. I hope you have great light. I hope you take great images, and I'll see you soon.